Okay, today we're going to do a little technique exercise. What we have here is a discussion of outside versus inside picking. Prior to this, I've done a lesson on alternate picking. What we're going to do is talk about basically moving from one string to another. The two basic ideas, if we're alternate picking, is that we're going to be either picking on the outsides of the strings as we go from one to the other, which means if I'm on the fourth string, I'm just playing these open, I'll pick down on the fourth string and up on the third string. We're actually playing outside that set of strings, or what I'll refer to as a string set. The other thing is inside picking, right, where I'm picking up on the fourth string, down on the third string. Now they shouldn't sound too different from each other. So we got outside, inside. One thing that might not hurt is to take your metronome, put it on a slow tempo, and just make sure that you can do this nice and consistently. I'm setting my metronome just to 60, just for the sake of us doing this. And I'm just going to basically play a few bars worth of the outside and then a few bars of the inside. And then inside. Might not hurt to do some string skipping. Let's do the fourth and second strings. Outside first. And then inside. You can actually take this and do, if you wanted to do the first and sixth strings. Outside. Inside. Whatever you want to do with that, just to kind of get used to moving from string to string. Now, if we're playing a major scale, or any diatonic scale, major, minor, any of the diatonic modes, a lot of what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 notes per string. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play a pattern, 9th fret on the 4th string with the 1st finger, and then 11th fret with the 3rd finger, and then 12th fret with the 4th finger, and then I'm going to repeat it on the 3rd string. Alright, and what I'm going to do is we're going to alternate pick, and I'm going to back up a little bit just so we can see if we can get a little bit more of both my hands in the picture here. And I'm going to do it alternate picking outside first. And I'm just going to repeat this. So I'm starting on the down pick, down, then up on the next string on the 3rd string. And then doing the same thing but with the inside picking. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down. Right. Working on this jump from string to string was always the hardest part for me as a beginning player. And that's usually the one thing that I tend to work the most on to this day if I'm working on scales. If you're playing 2-note per string scales, like pentatonic scales, what you'll end up having is, because there's 2 pick directions, down and up, and then you're going to have 2 notes per string, typically, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through. I like to practice these both that way, and then I'll start on the up pick, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then even starting on the high string, start on the down pick, and then the up pick. The thing for me that I have to work on the most, personally, is just being flexible with the picking. We want the notes to stay in time and be consistent. We don't want anything to be louder or quieter just because my technique isn't consistent. And that's something that you want to kind of strive to do as well. So the couple little exercises you can do, and make sure you always do this with a metronome, just doing the open strings, practice getting the outside picking nice and consistent. If you notice, my forearm doesn't move a whole lot. There's a lot more wrist. The inside picking. Then we're going to have those 2 motions with skipping strings. You know, you can do them whatever combination of strings you want to do. Here's 5th and 2nd. Then we have the 3-note per string patterns: down, up, down, up, down, up, or the reverse: up, down, up, down, up, down. All right. You can take any combination of 3 notes per string. There I'm playing 9th, 11th, and 13th frets. Just depends on what you want to do. And then the pentatonic scales. Typically, because there's 2 notes and 2 pick directions, you're not really getting too much of the outside-inside thing going on, but it's kind of good to practice them as well. Just kind of feel the difference between playing the 3-note per string scales and the 2.